Derrick, first of all, how are you feeling coming out of the game? Seems like you took a couple of bumps out there.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Joe has talked about the ability to play different lineups throughout the course of, especially post All-Star break. You guys have gone with a lot of different groups. How does that help in a game like this where, maybe Jason doesn't have it going, Jalen's working his way back in?
It just means we got many different ways we can win. A lot of different things we could throw at teams, and just a lot of faith and trust in every person that checks in the game. So, we got a lot of different weapons and a lot of different people that do a lot of different things. So, whatever the game calls for, I feel like we can make that adjustment.
And, we talked yesterday, I asked you about the three-point shooting. They do limit a lot of three-pointers, yet you managed to get 12. How did you kind of break free?
Just a lot of dribble penetration. I think my team has to do a good job of driving, and then when they commit, then I usually am the one that's open. So just trying to be available when I can, and if I get a good look, just let it fly.
Derrick, what goes into an offensive output like this where you did have those opportunities, but sometimes maybe you'll dribble drive, or when you come off the screen, you'll look for somebody else? Like, what goes into a game where you're like, okay, I'm going to be the guy tonight, I'm going to drop 30?
I wish every night I'd be the guy and drop 30. That'd be pretty cool. But just trying to read the game and see where I can put my stamp on the game, I guess. So I think every game's different. So next game it might be anybody else on our team. So just don't go to the game expecting to get 18 shots or get 2 shots. So just be ready for whatever and be ready when my opportunity comes.
What worked for you guys in transition tonight? And Joe said the next game was going to be obviously tougher than this one.
Yeah, I think just pushing the ball with pace and making the right read off of that. And so getting stops and able to run and find the right play after that. And, yeah, that's the great thing about playoffs is it doesn't matter what you do game one. You got to be even better next game. So we got ready for that challenge.
Derrick, Joe was saying after the game that with Drew, you're a different team when he plays that aggressive, emotional game. Did you know much do you notice that, and how important is that for you guys to see him step up once again like that?
Yeah, he was big time. Both sides of the ball. Taking on that challenge and just causing havoc, and then offensively, just making the right play every time. So he just does so much for our team, and just doesn't care about any of the numbers or whatnot, and just it's great to have him as a teammate.
Derrick, you had right over here. You had a great moment in the first half, I believe it was, where Drew was on Paolo and you jumped in there and were able to pick the ball off. How do you kind of seize those moments where you can be aggressive defensively and cause a turnover like that?
Yeah, I think it all kind of started with Drew, just his ball pressure and just the things he does, and just trying to make a play pretty much. And so it really goes back to Drew and just having a lot of faith and trust that he's going to do what he does the best in the league at. So after that, just make a play.
Derrick, you sort of mentioned the ability to play off of the guys, like the dribble penetration and stuff like that. How have you seen, or how have you felt your comfortability over these years playing with these guys of filling those gaps and being able to do stuff on and off the ball when maybe other guys aren't having the most efficient nights?
I just think we've played a lot of games together. We've gone through many battles together, and we just trust one another. So the guys can trust me to be in a certain spot, and it's my job to get there. And so obviously KP, JT, JB can get a lot of attention, and it's my job to kind of fill in those holes and be where I need to be.
Derrick, Drew is someone who usually is even-keeled, but in the third quarter, he hits a three, forces Orlando to take a timeout, and he's pretty fired up after that. How much do you guys feed off of seeing when he does show emotion like that?
Yeah, it was fun to see. He was just kind of that emotional leader we had there, and it was big time, especially at that moment. And I mean, whether he's yelling or not yelling, like, we know what to expect from Drew, and he's always just that constant for us that's going to just kind of do all the little things, make every little play that we need him to do. And like I said, it's great to have him.